Hey everyone, it's Jill, and today I am doing a review on my Anew Age Transforming Foundation. It looks like this, and it has 1 flow ounce in there. It has a smell to it. I can't put my finger on like what the smell is, so if you are sensitive to smell, this might not be the foundation for you. As far as the pump is concerned, some people might find this convenient, some people may find this kind of a hassle. It automatically dispenses a certain amount of product out on your hand. There is no way that I have found to like really make it. See, let me see this. That's like the pump. So the first pump, I tried to maneuver my way around the fact that it dispenses, you know, the same amount of product every time you use it, and then that's a full pump. So I haven't found really any way to get around like how much it dispenses. I don't know, and I just wasted a ton on my hand. But I'll go ahead and show you how it blends in. It's not a thick foundation at all. It says, now let me read to you what it says. This is probably what it says on the back of the box. I'm just reading it on the Avon website. It says, a natural finish, full coverage luxury foundation featuring a new skincare technology outsmarts the aging process, instantly minimizes fine lines, wrinkles, pores, and age spots, are visibly diminished for a more youthful finish. After 1 week, 90% of women showed improvements in skin texture and clarity. After 4 weeks, over 90% of women saw a reduction in fine wrinkling and a more even appearance in natural skin tone. Formulated with 4D wrinkle reverse technology, which helps build and protect skin's key structural components. Advanced antioxidant complex helps fight premature signs of aging, visibly minimizes wrinkles, fine lines, and age spots. Natural radiant finish. Okay. For my review on this, it's a very natural finish, and as you'll see in my tutorial, it's not full coverage, but it is a buildable coverage. Like, you can build it to full coverage and it's not going to look cakey at all. So here I am, and this is like supposed to be really for the whole face, and I have it on my hand, so keep that in mind as well. So yeah, I mean, it blends out beautifully. If you can see on this hand, there's like a glow, so it's a really dewy, pretty glow. So it's really good for those of you who have dry skin. And I have very oily skin. Now, when it's wintertime, where I live, it usually does not get cold this time of year. Like, we are all shocked that it's as cold as it is. So right now my face is not obviously as oily as it is in the summertime. So that's why I've really been loving this foundation, because it gives me just that little bit of extra moisture that I need. Now, if you have extremely dry skin, I don't know, because I don't have extremely dry skin. I would say that my skin is probably closer to being normal, maybe combination, because I still do get a little bit oily, like on my T-zone area. So for that, not full coverage, but it is buildable. As far as the minimizing fine lines and wrinkles, I really don't see a difference with that. But however, I do see a difference with my pores. In the tutorial, I say that I just have corrector on, and I usually always put a primer on, and this is really the only primer. I have other primers, but this is my go-to, love it, holy grail primer. I really think that this is the best ever, and it's the L'Oreal Studio Secrets. But I don't need a primer, like, because I know a primer is supposed to help, like, the foundation. One of the reasons why you wear a primer is to help your foundation go on smoother. But you know, I'm noticing as I'm looking in the mirror, I really don't, because I do have fairly large pores, but I don't notice them being as large. And again, today I just have the foundation on. I don't have any primer or anything on. So I really don't feel the need to use a primer with this, unless you're using like a primer that is going to hydrate your skin. Like I said, if you have really dry skin. Let's see. So that's really good for that. I would say, like it says, a more youthful finish. I think that the dewiness gives you a more youthful finish. The fact that it's like a dewy looking foundation really makes it youthful looking. Another thing that I noticed, but I did not put in the tutorial, or I did not say in the tutorial, is that it does feel like when I'm going like this, it kind of feels not like extremely greasy, but you can just feel that there's like a hydrating agent in this. As far as stickiness, there is a little bit of stickiness once you put it on, but once it sets, I mean, it's completely fine. You know, my skin is, you know, really pretty flawless looking, and so once it sets, you know, that stickiness goes away. So again, I put another pump, and I can really smell this, so it really does have a strong smell to it. So again, if you're sensitive to smells, you would not like this. And that's how beautifully it blends in, and the dewiness. I hope the camera's picking it up. As far as staying power, I have not noticed skin oxidation. Like, I didn't notice it oxidizing. I did not notice it sliding off my skin. I did not notice it fading throughout the day. I would say a good 6 to 8 hours is how long this foundation is going to wear. I think this foundation is a really good foundation for both young and mature skin. I find that I always say this, like, I don't think that you're ever really too young. I mean, I guess like if you're 13, yeah, you shouldn't be using something like this. But if you're 25, totally start using something like this to kind of prevent that as a preventative measure. And if you're not using eye cream and you are 25 and you think you are too young, I would say even if you're 21 and you think that you're too young, no, you are not too young. Always keep that area hydrated. I know I'm talking about foundation here and I'm going off about eye cream, but I've just heard some gurus say, well, I'm only 20 something and I can't believe I'm using an eye cream. Well, you really should use one, I would say, as soon as you reach your 20s. I mean, there's just so many benefits. This area is so sensitive. Last but not least, there are 14 different shades in this, so that's a pretty good selection. My color is ivory, and it's a little too light for my skin, so I should have went up to the light beige. But yeah, again, that's what it looks like. See if there's anything on the back here that maybe it has an SPF of 15. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. It says children under 6 months of age, ask a doctor. Ladies who have children, would you want to put this on your daughter? Thank you. My daughter's 15 months old and I wouldn't even dream of putting this on her, so I don't know. They always put things on the back of products because people have done it and they shouldn't be doing it. If you guys are interested in seeing how I apply this foundation and how it goes on, then just keep watching. All I have on right now is my Pixie corrector, color corrector. Where is it so I can just show you? This right here in Brightening Peach. And now I'm going to just, let me see, I'm going to get my brush. Okay. I'm going to apply this with my e.l.f. powder brush. And this is what it looks like, and it does have a pump, so that's nice. And I'm just going to pump some on the back of my hand and start applying it to my face. My hair is like wild and crazy today. This is a very moisturizing foundation. I was about to say lotion. And you could totally just blend it in with your fingers. It blends very nicely. It has pretty good coverage. I would say not a full coverage. If you're looking for full coverage, something from Avon. Let me get it out of my basket. If you're looking for something full coverage, this Avon Perfect Wear Everlasting Liquid Foundation, that's something that is very full coverage and you need very, very little of. But this one right here is pretty medium. You don't have to work fast to blend it in. As you can see, I had taken some time to go back and show you guys something else, so it's been sitting on there for a while. But yeah, I really do like the way that it blends. I think it's good for oily skin. I think it's good for dry skin because it does have that little bit of moisture to it. And if you have oily skin, then you can just always just, you know, powder over it. But yeah, that's the way that it looks. I feel that it is a buildable foundation. Where did it go? Here it is. So I'm just going to show you that I'm just going to build upon it, and it's not going to leave it cakey. So if you want more of a full coverage, and I totally lied because I said I was going to use that brush and I didn't. But yeah, it's totally buildable. It's not going to cake up on you. But yeah, and it's not cakey at all. And I love that when foundations give you that option of, you know, if it's a medium coverage and you want to build it up, because some foundations won't give you that option. Some will be medium coverage, but when it comes down to it and you try to build it up to a full coverage, you won't be able to do that. So I really, really, really like this foundation. That is the tutorial on how I apply it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.